Hey guys, Chris here with Exact IT Consulting. Just wanted to take a minute to put together a quick video on how to create strong and memorable passwords. Now, some of you might be thinking this is a pretty basic topic, but we felt it was an important enough topic to warrant the time and energy to put together this video, put it out there for everyone to take a look at. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it and see what it looks like on how to create strong and memorable passwords. As of this year, the top 5 passwords are as follows: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 through 9, QWERTY, password, and 1 through 7. Now, QWERTY, if you take a look at your keyboard, are the top 6 letters on the top left-hand corner of your keyboard. Very original. And then password, of course, is one of my favorites. If I were to hand out a grade for anybody who has one of these as their password, I would give you a big fat F. And this is kind of gratifying for me because I'm typically at the receiving end of this grade. And I actually, you know, enjoy giving one out. So hopefully nobody's using any of these. But nonetheless, some of these passwords may be a little bit basic. So we'll go through some examples of some complex passwords that are very easy to remember. Some characteristics of a strong password would be number 1, 12 characters or more, mixed and matched caps, symbols, and numbers, no obvious substitutions, not in a dictionary, and doesn't contain names. Some examples of these, and I'll let you just kind of read through those a little bit. Right now, they don't look like much. They look like a bunch of jumbled letters and numbers and symbols. If you're like me, this individual over here is going, what the heck is that? And how would I ever remember that? But it's very simple, and I'll show you how. Those were all examples of what are called mnemonic passwords. A mnemonic password is one where a user chooses a memorable phrase and uses a character, often the first letter, to represent each word in the phrase. Now, if you'll think back to your grade school days, you might have been tasked with memorizing the colors of the visible light spectrum: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And for that, we use the name Roy G. Biv, which is basically a mnemonic phrase to help remember that in order, right? That's the key. So if we go back to our examples, these are phrases from movies. The first movie was Fight Club. And the phrase was, the first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. So now that mixed match of letters and numbers and symbols starting to make a little bit more sense. The second one is from the movie The Godfather. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. And then the last one is from Back to the Future, where Doc says to Marty, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. So those are the examples of mnemonic passwords that we put together for this video. And of course, to make sure it's checking all the boxes of the characteristics, 12 characters or more, mixed and matched caps, symbols, and numbers. So we've added in some symbols here at the front, some numbers here at the back, no substitutions, not in a dictionary, and does not contain names. So essentially, we're checking all the boxes, and we're creating strong and memorable passwords. Same one for I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Add a couple of hashtags, a couple numbers there. And then the last one, roads, question mark, where we're going, we don't need roads, 21. So really, those just make it your own. They add in the characters, the cap symbols and numbers to get the quantity and the mixture of everything in there. And whenever you figure out what nomenclature that you want to use specifically for your password, you can create that. You'll remember it because it'll be specific to you, and it'll be very difficult for anyone else to figure that out. So once we have a strong password, we can use it anywhere and we're all good, right? Not quite. If you'll remember a few years ago, there were some pretty big data breaches. Target, Marriott, Zynga, Yahoo, Under Armour, and Equifax was a really big one. Clearly, none of these guys saw my video on how to create strong and memorable passwords. But you guys won't make the same mistakes. So what we would do is we would make these same passwords site specific. So for example, if you had a Target um, account and you wanted to log into your Target account, you would take your basic password and then add in the abbreviation for Target, TGT, at the beginning or at the end, in the middle, or TAR, or whatever that made sense for you that you would remember. If it's Instagram, IG, or Facebook, FB, whatever the site is, you can abbreviate it, stick it somewhere on your password, and it makes it site specific. The advantages of this is if for some reason your password did become compromised and you had the same password for all of the sites that you log into, you would have to go back through all of those sites and change your password for everything. If they're site specific, they're all different. If one's compromised, the rest of them are still intact. So it makes a lot of sense to do that. So essentially, that's the information that we have on how to create strong and memorable passwords. If you require any additional information on this topic or any other related topics, feel free to hit us up on our website at exactitconsulting.com or give us a call at 317-608-0227. You can feel free to email me directly at chris@exactitconsulting.com. But we hope this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you guys and talk to you soon. All right, thanks and take care.